All right, guys, new project we're starting today. This will be kind of an interesting one. I'm not exactly sure what I've got here. It's kind of a box job. Somebody else has worked on it a little bit, and then they gave up on it. Not because I couldn't figure it out, just I didn't have time to mess with it. So now I'm going to take it on. So let me show it to you. I bought a boom lift, 450A JLG. It needs some TLC. I'll show you the stuff with the engine later, but it needs some work in there. It needs an alternator, probably needs an oil pump. The latch is broke right there. The air shocks or air springs, they're at least not connected or broke. There's this guy. The basket itself here is, well, yeah, it's not good. I'll have to fix that. Other than that, though, I think it's in pretty decent shape. These front tires, you can see they look brand new almost. Got a couple little tears in it there. We probably did that loading it. But yeah. So winch on the trailer and a skid steer, we were able to get it shoved up on here. But yeah. No hydraulic fluid in it, no engine oil in it at the moment. It is a 2003. See, its controls there are kind of cracked and whatnot. It does have a little bit of diesel in it. You can see it in the bottom sight glass there. Well, no, you can't. I can though. So what happened here, the way I understand it, is they had bought it to fix it and sell it, and then the guy's diesel shop moved, and he didn't take it with him. And so his buddy was going to fix it for him. He was the one guy who was going to supply all the parts he needed, and he was going to put it back together. And then they're just going to sell it and split the money on it. But that was a few years ago, and the guy never bought the parts, so they decided just to sell it as is. So here it is. Now it's mine. So it's got a new head gasket. This has a Deutz 3-cylinder engine in it. It's it's like a FL 1011 series engine, something like that. And back in the day in the Marine Corps, actually, we ran a forklift that had a real similar engine, little 3-cylinder Deutz engine in it. It's kind of cool. They're oil cooled. There's no coolant in there. It just circulates the oil through a radiator and cools the engine with the actual engine oil, which means it takes like an ungodly amount of oil for the size of the engine. It's a little bitty 3-cylinder guy. It makes, I think, close to 50 horsepower. About the same as my car, actually, but a lot more torque, bigger engine. But so anyway, I've got the exhaust, manifold, and muffler and all that. I've got it. Just needs to be put back on. Air cleaner needs to be reconnected. I think there's some electrical stuff that needs hooked up. Fuel system needs hooked up. Needs a battery, and I've got a battery for it that I bought to power my winch while we were loading it. So, yeah. Other than that, and then of course this basket is going to need some serious work. It's in terrible shape. It looks like it got parked, sat on the dirt for a while. See this? This here used to be square tubing, so it just kind of rusted away. And then obviously it looks like they hit something. It's not supposed to have that dog leg in it. So anyway, that's going to take a little bit of doing to rebuild, but in fact, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's been rebuilt before. See no, you can't see it, but anyway, this has all been rebuilt already, and then they broke it again, I guess. But the actual support, the arms down here, these are in decent shape, and so it just needs a little bit of square tubing and shove everything back into shape, and it ought to work well enough for what I need for now. Look at maybe replacing it later or rebuilding it better later, but I'm going to need it here in about a month. I've got metal on hand for this building, sitting right over there. But yeah, getting ready to do that. I wish I had a little bit more time to work on this thing, but it's going to be kind of a mad dash. Get this thing operational. Once I get it running, we'll get it off the trailer here. That's my plan. I'm going to fix it up here on the trailer. I'll probably pull this hood off, just get it out of my way for now. While I get some parts, I'll leave it on there until I have parts, but then yeah, we'll fix it right here on the trailer, and then hopefully be able to just drive it off the trailer. That's the plan here in a couple of weeks. So it's oh, what is today? Something of August. 24th of August. Yeah, so about this time next month, I'm hoping to be putting metal on this building. I'm going to need this working by then. Otherwise, I'm going to have to rent one. Obviously, the reason I bought it was so that I wouldn't have to rent one. So anyway, I'm going to try to bring you guys along while I fix it. Like I said, for sure needs an alternator and need to put the battery in it. And then we'll just have to start going through stuff and seeing what's hooked up and what's not. I don't like buying, box jobs. I don't know what all they've done to it. But anyway, you guys get to see with me. We'll figure it out. So, all right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so I haven't really done anything to this yet, except look at it. I was able to turn this over, and I'm pretty sure I've got good compression on all 3 holes here, which is good. There's this piece of wiring harness it was just laying down here in the battery tray, and I'm pretty sure this goes to air filter sensor here, and there's right there, that guy, I believe it's either oil pressure or oil temp. And let me crawl in here. This one here, that again is the other one. It's either pressure temp. That one looks like a pressure sensor to me, so I think the other one's probably oil temp. One thing that's weird though is you'll notice there's only one wire there. Now, as best I can tell, the other side of that just needs to have a ground reference. And I found some schematics, that's why I think that. And plus just poking around, looking at the way it's wired, but I think the power comes through that brown and white wire, goes through the sensor, and then, or not a sensor, but the switch. When that switch closes, it gives it a ground and completes the circuit. I think that's the way it's designed. And this one over here, oh, it's hard to see. That one's the same way. So I suspect at this point I'm just missing a little bit of the harness. It's weird to me that it doesn't just come out the other wire. It doesn't just come out of that loom where that brown and white wire comes from. So kind of a strange deal, but I think that's all I need to do is make up some little bits of wire that I can find a ground with. It's probably supposed to land somewhere, but I can't tell where. The other thing, I'll put this part back on. I've got I need to find a new air filter for it. I ordered one online, but it's the wrong filter. But anyway, but I've got all the connections, and I've got the air cleaner box and everything. And it mounts right here. So I've got that figured out. And here is the hardware that goes with that. That rode like that all the way 2 hours down the highway. I didn't realize those were in there. And then when I was looking at it just the other day, I found those 2 stainless screws. That one and that one. And then these nuts, stainless nuts as well. So anyway, yeah, that's lucky they rode like that the whole way. I also had just a handful of hardware. I figured out those, they go from they come in from the other side, but those are to mount the hinge. This thing's completely disconnected, right? The hood. And of course this metal's all rotten out in here. So I'm gonna have to fix that. And when I do, I'll show you guys. First priority is just to get the thing running, right? Oh. And then this is the fuel return system. So the injectors are down in here, and I need a little piece of fuel hose, 1/4-inch fuel hose, I think, to connect from here to this guy, and then that should be complete. As far as I can tell, the rest of it's good, and that connects to this guy, which just goes back to the tank. Alternator goes here, and I've got the bolts for this, but they're all rusted and nasty, so I'm just going to replace them. I just saw the FedEx guy go by, so I just need to run up to the road. I should have alternator waiting on me up the street. So that'll be the alternator. And then again, I've got some of these which go on here, but they're real rusty and nasty, so I'm just going to go get some new ones. Tomorrow I'll be in town anyway. Other than that, the battery slides right in here. Battery terminals, nothing special there. And then these are the 2 wires that go to the alternator. I need to get some more oil. I don't have enough on hand. This thing takes about 11 quarts, or 11 liters, sorry. So about 3 gallons, I think, roughly. And but yeah, we'll get oil put in it in the machine, alternator put on and connected. Now I did buy a new oil pump. It's gonna be really hard to see, but that oil pump is actually right here. That's it, more or less. It's under it mounts underneath the timing cover. I bought it and it was a few $100s, so I'm kind of regretting buying it now, because I'm looking at it and initially I thought that I could get in there and change the that oil pump without removing the engine, but at this point I don't think I can. So one thing to note on these head gaskets, see the notches there? So they sell these with 1, 2, or 3 notches whenever you go to buy them. Make sure you get the right one. I'm not sure what the difference is. I haven't been able to figure that out, but I know there are 3 different head gaskets for this engine. And so make sure you get the right one. And yeah, so I've got the exhaust manifold and muffler. It's all one piece. And then up here, this is just a hole. And I thought this was just a hole too, but if you look, like right here, see that radius? That's factory. See, it's even got paint on it there as well. The way this works is the muffler kind of sits here, and then it turns up and sticks up like this, and actually goes through this hole. And there's supposed to be a 90 to keep water from being able to get in there, and it's supposed to be mounted to this, you know, kind of where these broken spots are. Yeah, here, and here. So they must have run into something at some point. The previous owner must have run into something and just broke that off. So I've got some stuff coming. I'll do some repair work on these broke spots with fiberglass, and I'll fix this hole while I'm at it. I'll show you guys that when I do it. It'll be a little bit further down the road, but I've got stuff coming to be able to make a new 90 for that. So, and then hydraulic oil. This thing takes 28 gallons of oil, and I've ordered that. I could probably have just gotten away with putting regular you know, universal tractor fluid in it, but I went ahead and ordered the right stuff. It tells me right here what oil it wants for the hydraulics, and it's just hydraulic oil at the end of the day. But what you run into is if these seals are specifically made for a particular kind of oil, and sometimes if you put the wrong oil in them, it will cause the seals to break down. And on this in particular, because it picks me up. It's not like it's not like a tractor that, I'm just picking up hay bales or something, but it's me or, friends and family that are going to be in it. If these seals fail, then there's a possibility of it dropping you. So I don't want to risk that. So this recommended this Mobile 424, but I talked to a supplier that I trust, and he had an alternative that was cheaper and in his opinion was a better oil. It's a Duragard. I'll show you guys that when it gets here. So, but anyway, that is coming. So hydraulic oil will be the last thing we're waiting on. I don't want to start it until I have it full of hydraulic oil, because I don't want to run that pump dry. I don't want to have to replace it. I don't know what this pump costs, but it looks expensive. So, and everything on this is hydraulic. The drives, for the wheels, they're hydraulic motors, steering, hydraulic. All 4 wheels are powered by hydraulic motors, and then obviously the rest of it's hydraulic cylinders, and a hydraulic motor up there as well that turns the basket. On the basket, this is completely trash. And yeah, it's just junk. And I thought about trying to kind of cobble it together, but I found one in much better shape down in Texas, down by Dallas. And so once I get this thing running and off the trailer, and then I can go park the trailer, and then I'll run down to Texas and get it. So yeah, so I have a brand new basket. We'll just have to take all the controls off, and that should be pretty easy to do. Looks like 4 bolts up top and a couple down here, and then there's 8 bolts underneath, and the whole basket should just kind of come off. And then up here, this, as you can see, this is messed up. I've got this piece coming, so that will be fixed. And then the levers, everything seems to work. All the switches appear to be functional. So yeah, don't know if any of it works yet, obviously, because I haven't started it yet, but it all appears to be functional. So that's encouraging. I don't think I need to do any work up there on the electronics. If I do, I won't know until I get it actually running anyhow. So yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow once I got some hardware to put on it. We'll get that alternator put on, get her full of oil, and we'll just be waiting on hydraulic oil at that point, I believe. We'll get this thing running. All right, hang on a minute. Check this out. See this? This is like a anti-friction, like a plastic, right? It's meant to slide. See that mark? All right, another one over there. Single bolt right there. Another one there. Hang on. All right, see it? And then right over there, you see that? Pivot point. I think if I take that bolt out, I think the entire motor, the entire engine swings out to be able to service it. The part, this piece here, on the prints is called an engine tray. I was just sitting here looking at it. I'm gonna go get a wrench, and I think I think I can swing this whole engine out. That makes everything, that makes so much more sense. The way that air filter mounts, where you would pull the air filter out is up against the frame over there. I was trying to figure out why they would do it that way. But if all you got to do is pull one bolt out and the whole engine swings out of here, come on. All right, let me grab a wrench. Let's find out. The sucker's on there tight. Check this out. This is kind of cool from Harbor Freight. It's a extendable wrench. It's a 15/16. Let's see if this works. Alright. You guys see that? It's heavy, but it's working. Yeah. Check it out. This whole engine swings out. Yes. Thank you, JLG. That's awesome. Oh, it's heavy, but that is how it works. All right. I'm not going to swing it out tonight because I'm about to lose the light, and I think it's going to rain again tonight. So we've been getting a bunch of rain here. Let's see if I can put it back. Ah, like that. Heck yeah. Oh, that's going to make this so much easier. I might be able to replace that that oil pump after all, now that I know how that works. That is awesome. So tomorrow, while I'm working on it, this hood, because it's completely disconnected, I'll just get it with the tractor and just take it completely out of the way, and then we'll swing this out 90 degrees, and I'll have access to that whole backside of the engine. That is such good news. So that means there may be some hidden wiring harness back there that might be what I'm missing. We'll see, but either way, it'll be way easier to get to all that with that swung open. Here I was cussing the engineers. Turns out I just didn't understand their plan. That's a great design. Love it. So this thing's got oil in it. It's got hydraulic fluid in it. I forgot to film putting the hydraulic oil in it. And I actually fired it up the other day. And just for a second though, all of these fuel lines on this return system are leaking. So I've got some, this orange stuff was all I could find here in town. And this piece was missing. I found a little bit of it the other day. and it's supposed to be rated for gasoline for like weed eaters or whatever. This zip tie thing, I thought somebody had probably kind of cobbled that together. It's actually in the book though. I found a book on this thing, maintenance manual, and that's actually what it says to do in the book. Oh, looks like it's pulled off. So yeah, I don't know, seems kind of janky to me, but hey, whatever. That's what the book says, and that's the way we'll do it. Just fell over. So, okay. Yeah, I couldn't find any of the little like spring clip type things. So those things are kind of annoying anyway. Hopefully this line fits. That's not really wanting to go on there. Come on. Oh, okay. Wow. What a pain. Oh, I don't care. Okay. I ain't gonna bother with the zip ties. They're not far enough on there to do anything. Let's see if this thing starts quick. Jeez. Off the trailer. Steering's working. See if we can get her here in the shop. I got some more parts ordered already. Got some hydraulic issues. It won't let me level the basket, and it won't let me turn the basket. So I think it's just the solenoid valves. I think they're burned up. I'll show you them here in just a minute. See why I think that. Boy, it is slow. But, yeah. I mean, it's driving under its own power, so hell, I can't complain right now. Alright, see you in a minute. And there she is. Alright, take a little bit closer look at this basket here. It is complete trash. Yeah. Completely rusted apart. Looks like they just parked it in a mud puddle and just left it for like a long time. And then just while I've been getting in and out of it, the bolts broke off for the hinge. Yeah, anyway. Junk. It's okay though. I'm going tomorrow to get a whole new basket for it. So, these solenoids here, these ones are what rotate the basket, and these ones are what control this little leveling cylinder here. I don't think either one of them is working. So I've got new ones ordered for those. They should be here next week. Hopefully that fixes that, and then everything will function at that point. The lift here, this is really slow. There is a relief valve in here, and I suspect maybe it is the problem. There are seal kits for those that I can order. I just need to do some more troubleshooting. And yeah, JLG has a online thing with interactive manuals. It's actually pretty good. Took me a little while to kind of figure it out, and it's not super mobile friendly. It'd be easier on an actual computer, but it does work. And once you find the part numbers, you can just punch them in, order them right there, and their customer service is also really good. I called and talked to them because I was having trouble finding the parts I need, and in a matter of a few minutes they had me the part numbers and had them coming. So super happy about that. Good customer service is always nice. So, but anyway, here it is in the shop. So there you go. Basket be here tomorrow. Today I'm going to start tearing this one off and get it all out of the way. And yeah, and might I don't know. I think that'll be it till tomorrow, and I'll get the new basket on it. Once I got the new basket on it, then we'll go through and do some hydraulic troubleshooting, and I'll show you guys that as we get there. Oh, leak. It's this steering cylinder up here. It's kind of bumped into my insulation, but yeah, I don't know. Hard to see. It's a double-ended cylinder. It's one cylinder, but it sticks out both sides. That's what turns the thing. It is leaking, so I will need to get a seal kit ordered for that. I wish I'd thought of that. I knew that was leaking. I could have done it at the same time I ordered the solenoids. These are the relief valves on the back side of that, by the way, which are adjustable. You can see this one's adjusted different than this one. I suspect that's why my boom lift is really slow to go up. I think it's under here, but I think that I just need to figure out which relief valve it is, but I suspect it's leaking past, and the JLG sells reseal kits for those. So that's good. I don't even have to buy a whole new valve. I can just buy a new seal kit for it and rebuild it and move on. But pending any currently unknown issues, that'll be it. It'll be fully functional next week, so which is awesome. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.